Hello friends and welcome to What'S. In this video I'll be going to register a server to which I'll be using in this set of tutorial series, friends. And actually friends, as I said that internet connection is here is not available at that extent which should be available, friends. To what extent should be available though? So friends, actually let's start this tutorial. And what service I'll be going to use is infinityfree.com, or let me use profreehost.com. That's also a fine service, friends. It's a free service, it's a fine service, and for teaching purpose it's better. And friends, I'll not be using any domain name because there was some errors in registering domain name. But friends, you'd be fine to use a domain name because actually for now it says when I was registering domain name, friend, it said that it was not able to register domain name for now, but it would be fine if when you'll be watching this video, because friends, the time would have been changed by 2 to 3 days so or more. So the problem would have been then solved. So for now, friends, I'm going to use a subdomain name from profreehost.com. So what I'm going to do is register now. Click register now button, and then I'd be using, as I said, this Gmail account, and let the password be as default. And then actually it says to activate the account, so it's here. A message has been sent. I am going to click activate account, and then fine, your account has been activated. Now what I'm going to do is, friends, register a server. So create a new account, friends, and what I'll be going to use is use subdomain name, as I said. So anox.com will be our main domain, and the subdomain of which would be what's logic WordPress. That must be fine domain name, friends, and it's free domain name. So and when you will be registering, you can click custom domain name and transfer it from another registrar. That's another way. I'll be creating another tutorial series for that thing, so you can watch it, or you can actually get the help of any other YouTube video. So that's another way. And it's creating, friends, and I'll be back in the video when it's set up, friends. It's you can see here it's setting up processing, so it must take up to 5 to 10 minutes, or it might take up to 1 day. So I'll be back in video when this process finishes up. Bye. And friends, actually what I thought that it's still processing, but I thought that I should teach you another thing, that I said that we'll be setting up one server to our computer also. That would be another method, that we'll be using WordPress on this servers, because internet connection here is not available at that extent. So let's do that thing which I said. So friends, actually I have already created one video for it's called how to execute PHP programs on your PC, and it's actually available on YouTube on channel What's Logic. You can go there and watch it, and then when you'll watch it and confirm it, you'll see that this app would have been installed in that video. So amps, actually I have actually taught that how you can install this application called amps, so you can go ahead and watch it. So this is the program. And friends, what this program does is actually it creates a server on your computer only. So this is amps, and I open it up, and then what you have to do is, friends, go to wordpress.com. It should be there, wordpress.com. And then when you visit there, it found that it has one option to download WordPress. It must be actually somewhere around there, or actually it's, friends, not .com, it's .org, I think. You should go to that wordpress.org. And friends, yes, here the option is available, download WordPress. Click on that, and then you'll find that here it says download WordPress. And when you download, friends, uh, actually I have already downloaded. Let me bring it to my desktop. So friends, actually as I said that I have already downloaded, and it's on my desktop, WordPress 4.9 2.zip, and it's in a zip file. You would also find this file when you will download this. And what you have now to do is just click on WordPress and click extract, and choose a perfect location for you, which for me it's desktop. So it's extracting up. You should have, friends, any zip manager. I have 7-zip. That's the best program available on internet for zip files. So, and now, friends, the WordPress have been extracted, and what you have to do is just go ahead in this PC, local C, and then you'd find program files 86 and amps. Friends, if you it's amps have not been installed in default location, then it would be different to you, where you have to go to the location where amps is installed. So go there, and then you find that www is directory installed in amps folder. So what you have to do is to open this, and then, friends, you have to just drag this file to here and move it to this folder, and it should move in I think 10th part of a second. So it's now here. And what when you friends, let me see that has this been set up. No, friends, it's still creating. So now, friends, actually now this has been moved in our amps directory, and when I'll go to localhost slash WordPress, as friends, it's available in WordPress directory. So localhost slash WordPress, and then when you press enter, what does it say, friend? It says that configure WordPress. So how this happened, friends? Actually it's working offline. In previous video, when I set up amps there I showed you that localhost is address which redirects you back. So you should really watch this video, because I make you understood that how this all system is working. And actually our computer is now performing as a server, friends, and this WordPress has now been opened, and it's saying to set up, friends. So before doing this, what you'll have to do is to go to localhost, and I think that's slash let me find slash php my admin, I think so. So php my admin, and when I go to this website, what it says that uh, it opens up php my admin, and friends, it's locally on this source. This is the server of this website. So here it's php my admin. What you have to do is now to go to databases, and then you have to choose a name. Let me say root, and then do it keep it at default collation, and then create. Now, friends, actually root has been created, and now what you have to do is go to WordPress, choose your language, and continue on. And friends, it says that you should know database name, database username, password, and host, and table prefix. So fine, let's go. And it says database name, so it was root, as we know, because we created just here. Where is it? Yeah, here, root. And friends, it says username. So friends, the username must be the default one as root, if you haven't done anything there. And if you have changed password, friend, as in previous video when we set up that amps software, friends, not in previous video, but in the video that how to execute php files, when we set up the, password, friends, if you when you set up amps, friends, so it asks for password, and that must be the password here, friends. So let me type it. And database hosts, so friend, it must be localhost, and because localhost is default server, this one, the PC which I am using. And table prefix leave it to default, friends. And then when you'll click submit, error establishing database connection. So it says that there's an error establishing. The either means that username and password and w is incorrect. can contact, or actually the server at localhost. I should database servers running. I show that correct host name and username password. So friends, it says that there's an error. Friends, let me pause the video and then find what error is there, and then I'll come back to you. So friends, actually I found that error, what actually error was. So what you have to do is now to go to localhost / amps -admin, and then friends, you'd find this page, friends, and if you have changed the password, if and now if you remember, then it must be that password, and if you haven't changed it, then it must be one of any of the root or admin. So it might be admin or root. If you haven't changed it, type here admin or root and then try 2 times, and if actually you have changed, then it must be that password. Go ahead and log in it, friends, and then actually says that username password is incorrect. So let me actually see that why actually. And friends, yeah, it login. So here it's all about them. And now friends, what you have to do is uh, you'll have to find here, you'll have to go to amps now, and you found here, friends, you should find here data, everything about your system or actually server. So here must be MySQL password, then click there, and friends, actually it must be listed here. So old password is available here, and it says that default root password is MySQL. So it's the thing which is written here is actually MySQL, and you can change it with new password, but I'm not going to change it. And friends, so when you go to there and see the database name is root, the username is root, and then password is as it says MySQL. And friends, everything's fine now. Go ahead and click submit, and friends, what it says is everything is now fine. So that's the thing that we missed, that actually password was MySQL for database, and you should also have the default password as MySQL. You can skip all these in between steps which I said, and actually you can say directly MySQL if your default password is that. So now run the installation. I should click now, and if I friend, what it says is ask for site title. Now what I have to do is put here site titles. So I'm going to put here what's logic, and friends, it says username you can change here, but I am going to take it at default, and the password which I am going to use is what's logic, and then email address, it must be or and friends, discourage search engine from indexing the site. I'm not going to click that, and install WordPress. Then fine, friends, we are ready now, and it's installing now, it's installing. And friends, our pro free host server is now has been set up. So what we are going to do is here now click on manage, and when you go to friends, what's logic.anox.com, friend, you find that your server has been now set up. So you can see here the address is now active, it's a website. So friends, actually it tells you here the username builders created and created on all the information. And let's change our password for the first time. So I'm going to change it here to what's logic, and change password. And now friends, password has been actually set up. And friends, now what you have to do is go to your C panel. So it must be somewhere around there. Yes, yes, it's control panel. Now we have to go to control panel, and friends, actually close this localhost, and a WordPress has been installed. You choose now login. So friends, you can see here, actually password, I think what's logic was there. So now friends, actually we have logged in our server on my computer. And friends, we did it before we set up it on server, so online server. So here it's cPanel friends, and for our client row, that's which is on our online server. So now what you have to do is you have to scroll down and then go to Softaculous apps installer. And friends, then choose WordPress. And we are doing the same thing friends, actually on online server. We are installing WordPress there, and I'm showing you only this so that you can install it on any online server, so you can create your website. Here you have to choose your site name, website name. So I'm going to choose it what's logic. And friends, here it must be description, so I'm going to type here welcome. You must also type in there welcome, because welcome is, and admin pass is the normal password, so let it be default. So fine, and then click on install. So friends, actually it's installing, and our offline server has now been set up. So if you go to localhost /WordPress and then click enter, you found that actually your offline server, which is on this computer, has now been set up, and actually you can see your website running up and running. But friends, I'm showing the same thing online. So yes, it says congratulations, your website has been installed. And if you go to online server, it says the same thing. You can see here online also our server has been installed in the same way. So that was how you can install friends your server, or actually your website online. And this video was about both the things, that how you can install it offline or online. So now we are ready friends, and actually in next video we will be setting up WordPress.